Are you rounding up your junior secondary school or GSS 3, about to enter SS1, and you are facing any, some, or all of the following challenges regarding whether to choose science, art, or commercial class? Confusion.
God, Omo, I don't know which class I go join for senior secondary sef. This one wey be like say I no sabi any subject like that. Kai.
Ha! I am very sound in almost all the junior secondary subjects, but I am confused in which senior secondary class to join. What do I do?
Peer pressure.
Go.
Hmm. It seems like all the brilliant students are going to science. I must join science too. Dem no get two heads.
Omo, all my friends, including Kemi, Chinwe, and Afisat, are going to art class. I must go to art class too.
Parental influence.
My medical doctor daughter. You must join science and study medicine. I cannot carry last. All my neighbors' kids are vying for doctors and pharmacists. Oh yeah, buckle up, Joe.
Are you also a school, particularly in Nigeria, or an open-minded parent or guardian that seeks to get an effective orientation system of knowing what senior secondary class best suits your student or kid? Then sit back, because this light bulb video was made specially for you. With my experience in secondary schools and interacting with several students from a good number of schools in my dear country, Nigeria, whether during ICT, off and online trainings, I have realized these are key issues many students who are about to cross over to senior class face. Unfortunately, I have realized that upon inquiry, many of these students say they hardly have a comprehensive orientation exercise that does a thorough job of orienting them on making an enlightened decision as to whether they have what it takes to be successful in science, art, or commercial class. I faced this personally during my time as a secondary school student, and it took divine intervention later in life to get a high level of clarity as to what my true fire was. For a very few others who I realized are just 1%, it could either have been a mental deep journey on self-discovery or a mind-shifting encounter that gave them the courage enough to give their parents the university certificate they wanted them to study and develop what they had personally discovered to be their mission in terms of career. Now, dear parents, don't be quickly put off or scared where this is going, because I understand most times you just want what is best for your child, and you have gauged what the most lucrative or favorable careers are in this country. However, the truth says, train up a child in the way he or she should go, not in the way you want him or her to go. For example, who would have thought over 20 years ago, people like Nigerian comedians musicians, and actors will be the kind of big shots they are today. But not to worry at all. Part of this video talks about a section where I speak of only good, lucrative, mark the word, lucrative career opportunities for art, science, and commercial classes. So let's get on with the main content of the video, which is about an efficient orientation framework for JSS 3 Nigerian students entering senior secondary school. To the schools who will adopt some or all the ideas in this video, please take this very seriously. Adequate amount of periods should be allotted to this one but very key exercise. Students must be made to listen very carefully and ponder deeply over the useful information shared after the exercise, as they will likely be required to fill an important form afterwards. I can't begin to tell you of a few career people I have conversed with, some in top banking and even medical positions, that are completely frustrated and disgruntled because they aren't in tune with what they are currently doing. So let's look at the content of this orientation framework, which we'll be looking at in this video. The first content is, of course, the introduction, which we've just done. Second content is core subjects for all senior secondary classes in Nigeria. That is science, art, and commercial. The third content is important WAEC subjects for science, art, and commercial students. That is senior WAEC. Very important they know, so that they ensure that they are strong in that aspect. The fourth content is admission requirements for all science, art, and commercial courses in Nigerian universities. The fifth content is best university courses with good lucrative career opportunities for science, arts, and commercial students in Nigeria. The sixth content, very important, is traits of a good successful science, arts, or commercial students. Not just a science, but a successful. The traits that will show that this person is going to be successful, all things being equal. Seventh content is junior secondary subjects you should be good at if you want to be a successful science, art, or commercial student. So having said this, we are going to start with core subjects for all senior secondary classes in Nigeria particularly. The core subjects are English, maths, civic education, trade subjects, one trade subject, e.g. marketing, and in most schools now, computer studies through ICT. Okay, because we are more or less in a digital age, so that it's in most schools, computer is a core subject. When we say core subjects, we mean subjects that every class takes, despite every student takes, despite the particular class they are in, whether it's science, arts, or commercial. Now we'll look at the 9 important WAEC subjects for science students. So these are important subjects that they will likely take in their senior WAEC. So the first one is English, maths, civic education, physics, chemistry, biology, geography, agricultural science, or economics, a trade subject. Okay. Other science subject options you can choose from are further mathematics and technical drawing. Now, admission requirements for all science courses in Nigerian universities. You must have 5 O-level credits, not more than 2 sittings, which must include maths, English, and chemistry. The remaining 2 subjects could be biology, physics, agricultural science, and geography. But in most cases, physics and biology are required for most science courses. JAMB subject combination for science courses include use of English, chemistry, physics, biology, or maths, depending on the course you want to study. Now, 9 important WAEC subjects for art students. As an art student, your 9 subjects should include all the following: English, maths, civic education, literature in English, government or history, religious studies, that's CRS or IRS, that's Islamic religious studies, Yoruba, Igbo or Hausa language, economics, a trade subject which can be marketing. Other art subjects options you can choose from are agricultural science and biology. Admission requirements to art subjects in university: 5 SSCE credit passes to include English language, and the subjects to be combined. Now we move to 9 important WAEC subjects for commercial students. As commercial students, as a commercial student, your 9 subjects should include all the following: English, maths, civic education, economics, accounting, commerce, government, office practice, a trade subject. Other commercial subjects you can choose from include bookkeeping, agricultural science, or biology. With a similar requirement for university studies as the arts. Now, what are the best university courses with good career opportunities for science students in Nigeria? Now, these are courses in our Nigerian system that offer very good opportunities in terms of career and business. So the first one is, of course, medicine. Second is chemical and petroleum engineering. Next is medical laboratory scientists. Next is computer science and engineering. Next is nursing. Next is agricultural science. Farming is one of the major strong points in Nigeria. Next is pharmacy. Next is civil engineering. Next is dentistry and industrial chemistry. This is a very exhaustive list, but of course there can also be certain other additions. Now, best arts university courses with good career opportunities for art students in Nigeria. Of course, we have the law, legal practitioners. We have mass communication. These people can pursue employments like public relations, agencies, marketing, advertising firms, newspapers and digital publishers, community and non-profit organizations, healthcare agencies and hospitals, television and radio stations, broadcasters and the likes. The next one is international relations. Career opportunities include communication reporting officers at organizations, ambassadors of your country to other countries, public affairs officers in organizations or for government, international marketing specialists, amongst others. The next one is political science. Of course, we have government relations officers as opportunities, political campaign managers, political communication specialists, political consultants, lecturers, government workers, etc. The next one is theater arts, really lucrative as well. Opportunities include things like performing arts like actors, actresses, playwrights, movie directors, professional stage managers, set and costume designers, literary management, theater education, drama therapy. And the next one is linguistics. Careers include language translators, very sought after, especially in high-end organizations that are multilateral in nature, where they need a lot of interpreters and translators. The next one is government and international bodies, accent coach, copywriters, editors, international air workers, lecturers, etc. Next one is psychology. A lot of organizations need these people, such as in form of guidance and counselors. Of course, we are in an age that really needs guidance and counselors, with the vast amount of people running into depression and the likes, psychological issues. Next ones are hospitals, sports and government, human resource personnel and managers, lecturers, etc. And the next one is English. Careers include media or magazine writers, academic librarian, information officers, educational consultants, teachers, lecturers, public relations specialists, editors, etc. And we have music, and of course we have musicians, music producers, music directors, music teachers, etc. We have criminology and security studies, and the careers here include private detectives, crime investigators. These are special security agents. We also have crime scene analysts, crime laboratory analysts, crime intelligence analysts, law reform researchers, etc. And we move to the best commercial university courses with good career opportunities for commercial students in Nigeria. For commerce, of course, we have the banking and finance. Top careers in this section, top positions in this careers, top positions in this commercial based career are managing directors and financial analysts / experts in banks and other financial organizations. We have business administration, and they include business developers, consultants, marketing and advertising roles, procurement officers, managers of companies, entrepreneurs and business owners. We also have accounting, and top careers include accountants, chartered accountant officers and managers in firms and organizations. We also have economics, and they have people like credit analysts, personal finance advisors, policy analysts, economic consultants, business reporters, finance ministers. We have human resource management, and of course we have the opportunities like international human resource managers, training and development officers and managers, human resource consultants, executive recruiters, labor relations manager, employment managers. And we have the marketing. We have sales executives, stroke managers, we have market research analysts, we have market directors and managers, business development managers, public relations specialists, and even in the education sector we have them as well, who train people to be high quality converting marketing agents. And we have public administration. Careers include budget analysts, tax examiners, government relations specialists, administrative service managers, international aid stroke development workers, etc. And for statistics, we have financial analysts, cost estimator, data analysts, business analysts, statisticians, database administrators, economists, even market researchers. So that was quite comprehensive, and we move to the very important segment, which is about how you know you are good or will be successful in science, art, or commercial courses. Not just a science, art, or commercial, because anything worth doing is worth doing well. So if you are venturing into something, it will be wise to aim to be successful in that thing and not just be average. So starting with science, first and foremost, what is science? And science is simply the intellectual and practical activity that encompasses the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical, take note, the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. Take note of those two words, through observation and experiment. So what are the traits of a successful science student? 1, curiosity. Okay, so although we are all born with an innate sense of curiosity, science lovers are especially curious and are constantly seeking answers and investigating. So they have that trait in them. The second one is they have keen interest in studying one or more of the components of the physical universe, such as atoms, plants, people, societies, galaxies, as well as the natural forces that work on these components. So they are very interested in the natural, the physical components of the world, whether it's people, plants, or things. Now, the third one is lovers of scientific experiments and investigative research. They love scientific experiment and investigative research. Something just comes alive when it comes to that aspect. The fourth one is they are logical in their thinking. Okay, they will examine all the evidence or facts before reaching a decision. They don't just take things as they are. They logically investigate and examine the evidence or facts. Okay, they have the ability to use logical thinking, crucially for conducting experiments, testing theories, and creating a thesis. The benefits of logical thinking extend far beyond the classroom, as well as most science majors are excellent at debate, reasoning, and organization. The fifth one is problem solvers. They don't shy away from problems. They don't complain once they see problems. They are motivated by problems. Okay. Science majors or successful science students are accustomed to plans going awry. They are not afraid of failing. Okay. What makes them successful is that they are determined to get to the root of the problem. They keep iterating. They don't see it as failure. They just see it as iterations in order to get to the solution. They are not afraid to adapt to new situations, and they tend to appreciate challenges and mishaps if it means learning something useful along the way. Alright? And the sixth one is diligent. This character trait is essential for handling long nights in the library, extra hours on projects, and countless after-school meetings. They are very painstaking and diligent. They can spend long hours, trying to get what they need to be done. Okay? And they are willing to put extra effort. Now, the seventh one is they are ambitious. With a myriad of possibilities for careers, science majors or successful science students are motivated and constantly seek ways to improve and learn. If you look at the advancements and discoveries science has made in the past decade, it's clear that the people behind it are definitely possessive of these key traits of being ambitious. Now, having said this, we want to look at the junior secondary subjects you should be good at if you want to be a successful science student. This is also going to assist in pointing out whether this student is good for science, okay, aside these traits. So the first one include maths. They should be good. If you check their record from JSS1 to JS3, there should have been a sense of consistent improvement or stability in terms of good performance in maths, basic science, basic technology, agricultural science, physical and health education to an extent. Now let's move to the second one, the traits of a successful art student. Now, the first one is a passion for reading literary texts like historical books, novels, journals, government, religion, society, and the likes. The second one is a passion for writing. A successful art student should have a passion for creative and insightful writing, which can be used to create content like speeches, article journals, broadcasting materials, books, magazines, etc. The third one is good communication and public relations skills. So he or she must be able to communicate effectively and also connect with people through their communication, not just communicating eloquently, but being able to connect in their communication with the audience. Now, the fourth one is passion for people and social interaction. So the person is quite social, okay? The student. A good art student should have a penchant for relating and interacting with people. The fifth one is creative and artistic. A good art student should be creative, and he or she can express this in ventures like music, acting, drama, speaking and writing, artistry in terms of drawing and painting. Now, What are the junior secondary subjects you should be good at if you want to be a successful art student? First one includes English. Next is CRS or IRS, that's Christian Religious or Islamic Religious Studies. Third is Social Studies. Fourth is Civic Education. Fifth is Music. Sixth is Cultural and Creative Arts or Fine Arts. Now the third one is the traits of a successful commercial student. Now, number one, he or she should have keen interest in business and financial matters. This means that the student possesses a desire to manage finances or an entrepreneurial spirit, that is, owning a business. The second one is good time management skills. They should be very particular about what they do with their time and plan their day's activities with time stipulations. 3 is very good with numbers and statistics. They have good skills in collecting and analyzing numerical data. The fourth is they are independent thinkers. They have strong ability to think and make decisions on their own. The fifth is they are highly motivated. They don't give up on their goals because they understand why they chose to achieve the goal and the path they intend to follow to achieve it. The sixth is they are open to networking and marketing. They are very good at connecting with people and marketing their ideas. Now, the junior secondary subjects you should be good at if you want to be a successful art student. This includes business studies, mathematics, home economics, civic education. Now, you should note this, that we are living in a digital age, so it is important that the students know how to operate the computers. So that computer studies and ICT is important for every class, both art, science, and commercial. Now, there is a brief document of a suggested advanced testing for SS1 students to determine whether they will be successful if they continue in science, arts, or commercial classes, which is attached to this video. Okay, so if they enter SS1, okay, and we want to see from their performance, initial performance, whether they will be successful continuing or not. There's just a very brief document that gives a suggestion how though optional, but how a system can be implemented to ensure that. So do your best to check it out. Even more importantly is the form attached, which will be given to the students after going through this orientation exercise to carefully fill out so that it can be used along with the proof of their performances from GSS 1 to GSS 3 to provide a strong evidence and a strong instrument of advice for their parents to make an informed decision on their behalf to go whether into science, art, or commercial. So do your best to also check it out and download and customize to your own taste. Just a little extra as per making what is evolving in terms of career opportunities available in our Nigerian universities. It is very important that we begin to develop a flexible university system that updates with the trends, the career trends of the current situation of things in the country and the world at large. For example, I have a great mentor who even suggested that with the way cryptocurrency is so useful and has dominated the market, even Nigeria, it would be wise for our universities to bring about courses based on crypto and forex trading. And I'm so glad to even have seen that very recently there has been a conclusion to build an AI and Web3 specific university of other technologies like crypto, forex trading and the likes, which should be very much encouraged. Of course, this would fit for those in the commercial aspect and those that have a penchant for business and entrepreneurship. For other Web3 technologies like AI, Internet of Things and the likes, biotechnology, it will be wise that our universities update with the trends. Even going away from will I say science and commercial, even the arts aspect, I'm not sure we have a specific course under theater arts that deals in teaching comedy, as a course, as one of the courses under theater arts. I believe this is something that should also be developed, seeing how in demand our Nigerian comedians are and how much comedians are in serious need. For example,
I stumbled on this 2-hour Sunrise episode from Channels where they interviewed this renowned comedian who made these comments that more or less agreed with some of the points one was inspired to raise in this video.
After your SS2 first term, they now put you in either art or science class.
Yes.
So they use your results to check where you would fit in. So the assumption then was, if you scored high in mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology,
Science,
you would automatically become a science student. Now, my challenge was, I was intelligent, so I scored high in all of them. Maths, English, chemistry, biology, geography, economics, literature, and the rest of them. So they just assumed that this guy
do well in government.
Yes.
That's for politicians. Oh, okay, sorry.
No, that's not for politicians. That's what they taught us in school. That's So these guys just assumed that this guy is too intelligent to be in art class. So they never really questioned us, what do you want to be in life? They just checked the result. He scored high in physics, chemistry, biology, and they put me in science. But I also scored high in literature. They didn't ask if I wanted to be here. So as a young boy now, young chap, every time you read, you understand. They bring exam, you score high. So it was just walking in line that this guy, intelligent guy. So I now asked, this science class they put me, where will it lead me to? They say either a doctor or an engineer. I said I don't like blood. So that's how I moved to engineering. So that was how I got into university. I was scoring high. So everybody asking that, the next Isaac Newton, they didn't know that I'm the old one, nothing new is coming out of this Isaac. But there was Isaac laughter. So the next Isaac, I gave the Newton, I head on to the Isaac to bring forth laughter as a comedian. So, but when I was in school, I was doing comedy part-time. And I realized that I was enjoying it, and it was more or less what I really wanted to do. So it was very natural for me to continue in that part. So that is how I found myself here. So my certificate is at home. In case of when people say you didn't go to school, I say, Siam,
I go.
This is my proof. So that was how I found myself as a mechanical engineering student, and today I'm telling jokes.
Mechanical engineering students.
Okay,
Yes, that
No, mechanical engineering graduates.
Yes, Yes.
Graduate.
You know, when she said, Alora, when he said he chose mechanical engineering because he didn't like blood. I remember a friend of mine who is a hematologist.
Oh dear.
And does not like blood.
How come? And he's a hematologist.
When you see it, ask it.
What did he think hematology was?
When you see it.
He probably just liked the name.
No.
I like to be one.
However,
Yeah.
comedy is it's a big thing in Nigeria now.
Yes.
Some would say that the space is oversaturated. Would you say it is?
I feel we're not enough because the comedians that we have cannot entirely serve the population of Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
So I think we're using Lagos to judge the whole of the country because most of the media is here in Lagos. There are not enough comedians in Adamawa. There are not enough.
Are there enough events in Danama to warrant?
I feel
more?
If there are people who believe they can do these things, it will create the drive for it because people don't know that they like comedy until they see a comedian perform.
Your child can be given the opportunity to explore what is inside him or her and develop it to the maximum level for his or her benefit and for the benefit of the society at large. Thank you so much. Kindly like, subscribe, hit the notification button for updates on videos like this, as well as digital education and training. God bless you.